Rising. So look, I'm currently here looking at the charts. I'm on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is all I trade for real, you feel me? I used to trade gold and shit, but I'm just sticking to one pair as of right now, you know, like I don't need to be on other shit. So we got a supply set up here, right? We ended up breaking structure on NASDAQ. You know, we broke structure right here. We broke this low. And I'm simply just waiting for the market to just come back into my zone, tap into my zone, and give me a break of the candle towards the downside. Hoping we don't get invalidated, right? If I could get that, I'll enter a trade and I'll just sit on my hands and let the trade play out. But for the most part, I'm gonna be disciplined and just let the trade do what it do. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Alright, y'all, so we did end up getting invalidated on this trade. So I am no longer looking for sales, right? Because we broke one break of structure right here towards the upside, minor break of structure, the second minor break of structure, the third minor break of structure, and we about to break this high right here. So obviously the market wants to print bullish, right? And if I go on a daily time frame, we were at a support level right here. So we're just bouncing off this support level. Let me go to the daily time frame so I can show y'all what I'm seeing, right? So on a daily time frame, let me eliminate all these drawings. I got my charts marked up. All right, so on a daily time frame, we have a support level right here, right? So all of these candles formed in a day. So this is 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5, 6, 7, you know, so on and so forth. Y'all get it, right? Daily time frame. Each candle is a day, right? So one day we tapped right here, right? Boom, one time. We tapped 2 times. We tapped 3 times. We went up, we came down, we tapped 4 times. Went up, came back down, tapped 5 times, right? So the fact, well, let's say we just tapped 3 times, right? Let me just say we tapped once, we tapped twice, we tapped 3 times, right? So obviously this is a support zone, right? The market keeps coming to this zone and it keeps rejecting, right? So the fact that on a 5-minute time frame we came down and we tapped and now we're going back up. So I'm no longer looking for sales, I'm just looking for buys, right? So actually let me go backwards so I can bring my drawings back up. Back to the 5-minute. All right, boom. So obviously, right, we came down, we tapped, right? Now we're pushing back up. So obviously I'm just looking for price to come back down, tap into this zone. And this right here, hold on, I got the wrong zone marked up. This was the previous zone. So my new zone, this was the previous zone for shorts. My new zone will be right here, right? And it'll extend all the way down here to the bottom of this green wick. So if the price could come back down and tap into this zone and give me a break of the candle towards the upside, then I'll enter for a long position, right? But overall, I'm looking for buys right now, y'all. So I'm no longer looking for shorts, I'm looking for buys. And I'm gonna just keep y'all posted on what I find, right? Y'all stay tuned. All right, so we ended up forming a new zone right here on NASDAQ, right? We got this demand candle right here. We broke structure. We have a imbalance right here. We have a gap right here, right? I'm just simply waiting for the candle to come back into the box and tap in. And if I get a break of the candle towards the upside, I'll enter for a long position, right? Targeting a 1 to 2. If I don't get a tap, like if it gets like right here, like, and it doesn't tap, I'm not entering the trade, y'all. I need a clear tap. And that's one thing that, you know, just waiting on your confluences, right? Not putting your confluences to the side, because sometimes I used to like it'll get like right here, like real close, and I would enter the trade, right? End up losing, right? But that wasn't my entry. My entry would be a clear tap into the zone, right? And you know, that's one thing that Jesse Livermore said. If y'all listen to his audios and shit, the mindset audio, the psychology, he'll say, man, just wait for your confluences, wait for everything to line up, and then execute your trade. If it doesn't line up, you don't take the trade. Simple as that, right? So I'm gonna be patient, and that's one thing, just be patient. Patient is the biggest game. Not doing nothing is how most traders win, just by doing nothing and just being able to wait and sit and wait for your setup to play out. So overall, y'all, I'm just being patient, y'all, and I'm close to passing the eval. Y'all see the balance, 51,148. 2 more trades could win this setup, right? Even 1 trade could win, but you know, we're just gonna wait and see. All right. right, so I did take an L on this trade, and the reason why I took an L is because I got aggressive entry, right? So price came, tapped into the zone, right? And when price tapped into the zone, like the candles was moving like real fast. So I did get an aggressive entry. I entered right here, right? So we ended up tapping. I entered right here, and I placed my stop below the zone, targeting a 1 to 2, right? And price just totally just tanked, right? So I didn't get in at the break of the candle. Like I said, I was supposed to get in at the break of the candle, but I got an aggressive entry on this trade, and you know, it cost me. So I did lose $805. So the balance is now at $50,343. And what I'm gonna do now is actually just come back tomorrow. I'm not gonna take another trade. I'm gonna just come back tomorrow, and I'm gonna accept the loss. I gotta accept the loss because I didn't wait on the break of the candle. I got an aggressive because the candle was moving fast or whatnot, and it cost me, right? So I gotta accept the loss, right? And one thing about it is you gotta accept your losses. You gotta accept the L's and just move on and just come back tomorrow, because I can make all this back tomorrow plus some, right? Targeting a 1 to 2 tomorrow could be different. So overall, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna try again, and we're gonna annihilate, y'all. We're gonna end the week off profitable. So we started the week off in the red. We're gonna end the week off profitable.